live. Dun dun dun. Welcome everyone. Hello to the Today in Millenia podcast. I'm of course your host Nicholas Pierre, and I am joined by a wonderful lady who got us some new t-shirts. So if you haven't noticed, we are rocking the first official Today in Millenia t-shirts. What up? We'll get into it. But thank you for grabbing them and designing them, Miss Heatin Savani.
Yay.
How are you?
Great. You're welcome. In the beginning, I literally just thought you were about to create a new theme song for us and just hand sing it right now.
Dun dun dun.
Alright, I guess we're doing
I
this.
like it. And of course, dun dun dun. Hailing all the way from some city in Honduras via Bayshore, New York, the one and only Alexio Hammer Fist Rivera. We can bang for that.
Can you try to say it?
What?
The city.
Siopake? I forgot.
Yeah, you did so good last
I
time.
know. I just forgot it. I could probably pronounce it again, but I forgot what it was.
I like Siopake.
How do you say it?
I like Siopake. Just say
Is
that.
it?
Sounds like an Indian.
I thought you were saying
right? It's like
Alexio.
Sitapeke.
Siwatepeke.
Siwatepeke. That's what it is. Well, that's where he's from. I said some city this week, so that's what he got. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Great, amazing, man.
You doing good?
Yeah.
How's your week going?
Loving life.
Loving
Feeling
life.
great in these shirts. I think they're slimming.
Yeah, I think there are too. I feel pretty slim in mine. I feel pretty agile. I feel pretty comfortable.
I'm actually hot right now. I'm never hot.
You threw
Well, my
your
fingers
shirt.
are cold.
You threw your shirt on top of your regular clothes.
I did, and then I
Yeah,
asked
I
G,
wanted to go with the long sleeve. That was my look, and then Heatin, I was like, oh man, we're gonna be just copying each other today. So that's what happened. But and as you can see, we got the mugs Heatin so nicely made for us. Heatin has a list of people that are going to get them from the original email. Who is that?
I got you.
Well, you know who you are. I guess we'll blow up your spot. We'll only say your first name.
Yeah, no, we got Brendan getting some. We got Nick G, Mr. RNG. Obviously Reese, fans since day one. Michelle, she sent us a screenshot, and then your cousin.
My cousin was there. Well, he showed me a screenshot.
And then Nikki Gale, for sending the only question, maybe we'll send 2 mugs or we'll pack it out with stickers or something. So you won that one too. I think there was 2 questions, so Heatin will go over those too. But so we'll send Nick Gale some extra stuff. But we'll send you like the mug, I guess, some sticker in it or something.
Yeah,
some stickers,
yeah.
however many we decide to put in there. And then we'll send it over to. So I guess with the email, you got to follow up with where you want us to ship it to.
Yeah, we'll figure that part out.
Yeah, all right, so we'll shoot you emails this week, and we'll send them on out, so the merch is in. Shirts, we'll figure out how to give them away. If you want to purchase one, I guess you could email, and Heatin will get back to you.
What's our email address?
That's todayinmillenia@gmail.com.
Yep.
Wonderful. Anything else that we needed to get to? Anything else that happened this week? I mean, I'm just reading too much social media, and people are just not very intelligent, I'm learning.
Oh my god.
And how fucking ridiculous was that? And that's on a daily basis, that girl. And that's not an isolated event, I guess you could say, right? So it's not only particular to this one girl. It's particular to a lot of people that I follow, and just trying to use the big words, just like, I don't have my phone, but does anybody have the mess? No, I can't read it, Just in case the person listens, I gotta know word for word. But, so all week long, I have a little more time on my hands, not important why,
So funny.
but all week long I'm just constantly sending Alexio and Heatin, like, pictures that I crop out of people's social media posts, and just ridiculous shit that people say, and just how, like, the words that they're using, like, it's like almost impossible to read.
Yeah.
Right? It was like impossible to read.
I had to read that sentence like
6, 7, 8
5
times.
times in order to understand what she wanted to say.
Yeah, just like what she wanted to say. When people can't even figure out what you want to say, right, there's something wrong with what you're saying. So I guess that's really all that happened interesting to me, is just that I realized people are just dumber than I thought originally.
What's scary to me is that's like social media, sure, whatever, post whatever you like. But now I'm starting, and I think I showed this to you, like, I'll read actual articles from places. Websites have published this. And I'm finding, like, not run-ons like that, but grammatical errors, just like, what?
Yeah.
But this got
like,
passed?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Who
they got
passed this?
passed like an editor.
Who passed this? Yeah, it's like who the heck passed it? And you know what's so funny is, like,
Hire Chrissy.
sometimes people will be like, sort of like starts you with me for like using you use the wrong yours or you use UR or whatever like that, things like that. I think using the wrong your is worse than using UR. If you use UR, I get it, like you just slipped up and you just put like text message words in there. But when the word is just wrong or like the grammar just doesn't make sense, like the word doesn't fit in that spot, that's when you start looking stupid. Like, how did nobody read it? I don't understand how anybody didn't read through it. Oh, there was something that I did want to show you. Can you go onto Facebook really quick?
Facebook.
Is your Facebook like hooked up to this?
Nice throwback.
Yeah, dude. Well, because I want to show you this show really quick and then we'll get the show started. But I just want to show you this one part. I want to show Alexio this. So I'm going to show, for anybody who's not listening, hopefully he doesn't copyright me. I'm just promoting his shit. So in the search bar, put in Real Bros of Simi Valley. This is one of my favorite shows. They're on season 3. It's so funny. It's literally, I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I just want to show Alexio this. So we're going to play it really quick. Alright, you got 3 messages, Alexio. People want to know what's good with you.
What's good with you?
So, alright, so this one right here, the click that video, that's the new one,
one,
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then, let's see, is it 24? Yeah, now skip to the end. Which, like, I mean, the story's not really what it's about, so I guess I'll ruin it for you. But, like, all the way to the end, they're in, like, a wrestling thing. Alright, now go back to before he goes on his knee. Alright, right there.
Right there?
Yeah. So, first off, he takes his girl, you can hit play because it's a little bit lead up there. He takes his girlfriend to, turn that over there for a second. So he brings his girlfriend to like an amateur wrestling event to propose to her because he thought she said she liked him, and she's like, I said my brother likes them. And he's like, yeah, I think I definitely remember her saying her brother liked them. And so this is him trying to propose to her, so turn up a little bit. And you'll know why I wanted to show it to you. Oh yeah, so he gets her called up to the ring and she finishes him off with a chair, so she's all pumped up now. And so here we go. And you'll know Alexio in a second. Turn up a little bit so you can hear it over here.
Molly, I've loved you since junior year of high school, like so much. We've been through a lot together. We raised a dope-ass kid together.
Kids too.
And the only thing our relationship is missing is a legally binding contract endorsed by the U.S. government. Molly McShay, will you marry me?
I just thought that part was somebody. It's a legally binding contract endorsed by the U.S. government. So these guys are fucking hilarious, dude. If you've ever seen it, that's my show of the week for you. You should check out Real Bros of Simi Valley. It's so funny.
I love
His name is Xander or Zon. He only goes by Zonder. It's Zonder, and then everything that has like an A-N in it, he says it like that. Like someone says ain't dandruff, he says Dondriff. And that's everything. Dude, it's
like
so
customers.
It's so funny. And it's done by the guy, like what?
I wrote a resume today, and every single time it said customer in the resume, it was customers. Like,
Customers would know?
C-O. And I'm like, whoever talks to this person, please tell me that they
Maybe
have
they're
an
from England or
accent.
something. They spell it like that.
No.
Every single word. And they're, you know, that customer service here, customer
Oh
service
my god.
dealt with customers.
Off to a good foot, they call it.
Yeah.
Off to a really good foot.
Only one, they had customers like 12 times in their resume. One of them was spelled correctly.
Oh, that's even worse because that shows that they knew and they just decided to be an idiot. What I was gonna say is, if any of you guys ever seen American Vandal, about the person who draws dicks, and they make a huge deal out of it in the school because somebody draws dicks. So this guy Jimmy Turtro, I think he's at Jimmy on Instagram or something like that. He made that movie, and he makes that show, and it's super funny. And so that's my show of the week.
There's just too many things to watch.
Did you see why I showed you that though? How funny is that?
That's pretty funny.
That's so true.
But there's just too many things to watch.
There's a lot of shit to watch. My mom was trying to put me onto McMillions. It's an HBO thing where they rob like millions of dollars from McDonald's.
Love it.
Yeah,
I'd watch it.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty. It seems pretty interesting. I watched like one episode. I have to like finish this 3 of them. It's a mini series, so check it out. But that's anyways. Keep going. Sorry
well, we got kind of like on
intro.
a little rant of like dumb people. So do you want to do something different and start off with today in memes?
Ooh,
Because
let's do it.
that's a good segue actually to what the memes are.
We can start off with the memes. Go ahead.
A little different.
While
today.
you do, I'm just gonna be modeling off these fucking stickers. So check that out there, dude. Fucking get your merch wherever. I don't even know. Use the email. We'll meet you on the side of the road. We don't even have a store.
So
Get your merch.
So you guys
What
are
up?
you guys are talking about
Dumb shit
that people say.
Uh-huh.
This is a post put out by some police department in a mountainous area.
Alright, I'll read it.
Read it off.
Alright, so large boulder the size of a small boulder is completely blocking eastbound lane highway 145 blah 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 blah. Please use caution and watch for emergency vehicles in the area. Oh, large boulder the size of a small boulder.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of get what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
But I don't.
What? Listen. Okay.
But I don't. This small boulder identifies as a large boulder. People are fucking funny. So somebody wrote right on top of it, tweeted, the small boulder identifies as a large boulder.
Yeah.
Even though he's a small boulder, he wants to be called a large boulder. That's
And
funny.
then this one. It just keeps going.
Large boulder, oh, it's the same exact thing?
No, you're reading.
Oh, okay, the size of a slightly smaller boulder than large boulder, the size of a small boulder's younger brother, not to be confused with the oldest brother, large boulder, the size of a large boulder, has been there the whole time, and he just wants to be noticed. That's so funny, and then it's just a little tiny boulder, and it says, "Notice me, senpai," whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know.
Are these all boulder ones?
Yeah, these are all boulder ones.
Is this this is the meme of today?
This is the meme of today.
The boulder thing?
And then Maheen.
Why is this big? The boulders are
It's
big?
Just
just
like-
stupid. It's just
Yeah,
so stupid.
it's just
But are
kinda
these
goes
popular? Like you saw these
I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
it,
flipping
yeah.
through your page?
I've
Lots of
seen it,
boulder
yeah.
ones?
A lot of people are talking about boulders nowadays.
And then SpongeBob.
What's
And
the
then
SpongeBob
this
one? I
SpongeBob
can't read it.
episode, I can't really read it too well.
Let me see. It
But
says,
He says, "It's not a boulder. It's a rock."
it's not just a large boulder the size of a small boulder. It's a rock. That's what it says.
it's supposed to be from a SpongeBob episode, but I don't
When
watch
he drives
SpongeBob.
the rock.
Yeah, it's something about like he's trying to prove it's a rock, not a stone or something
No,
stupid
he
like that.
drives it because it's the Krusty Krab pizza episode where they're going to deliver the pizza and they're walking.
Okay.
What, you guys?
I don't watch
I
it,
guarantee you, everybody else knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, I don't know it that well that I know what that I don't know.
Oh my God, full circle.
Epstein didn't kill himself on the giant boulder. Guys, as a small boulder, what up?
That's great.
What up, dude?
That's awesome.
That's pretty
too
funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty
All
funny.
right.
These are kind of funny. That was silly though. So that's pretty big right now, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, people talking about boulders now.
Boulders. So if you're at home, look, check out the boulder.
Check
meme,
out the
dude.
boulder.
It's a
meme.
large boulder disguised as a small boulder. Regardless, it's in the fucking way, dude.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
Get out of the fucking way. Do your job, man.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some real topics.
All right. What do we got?
So, in my opinion,
Ba-dum.
biggest thing in the news right now, everybody's talking about it, is
Mikey B and his
this-
fat pockets, baby.
These guys with deep pockets, bro.
Cat Stacks, motherfucking big ball Mikey.
He bought his way into this race.
Oh
He
yeah.
bought his way into this debate.
You don't need to be tall when you got fat
This
pockets.
guy has enough money to spend $100 million a month in advertising and still be a billionaire by the time election comes
So
around.
he's got hundreds of billions. Me and him were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump's got 3 of them. Like
Yeah.
just 3. Like so. Like I have 3 stickers, but I don't have hundreds of stickers. See what I mean? So it's a
Sounds
big
great.
difference. It's a
Thank you
big
for sharing
difference
that.
between having 3 of something, even though $1 billion is a big number, and that's why I'm trying to put this into
I
perspective for
I
people.
wish I had 100 stickers.
100 stickers. So
Just
you'd
so
be
that
like,
way you
this
can see
is
the
3,
difference.
and then like this is 100, right?
Yeah.
So if we had all the 3-4 stacks that they gave us, that would be 100. But regardless, it's a different amount. So if you're listening, just picture the size of a sticker. 3 of those in one area, as opposed to hundreds of them in another area. And I don't even think it's 100 on the dot. It's like 200 or 300.
Yeah.
So hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what Big Cat Stacks, Fat Pockets, Mikey B's got. And he's just rolling around, and he's like, yo, Joey B, what the fuck, dog? Joey B Jr. he's running by too nowadays. I don't never even seen the Junior before,
I've
so
never
that
seen
must
the
be
Junior.
new.
Maybe it's to appeal to a younger
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah, and
That's
maybe it's just so
hilarious.
that he doesn't end up Joey B and Mikey B, because that's what I've been calling him. So, he's making a run.
Maybe, yeah.
This is the other one though that we didn't want.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to show you guys that he's the only one that doesn't need contributions because he's just paying it.
He's got no money.
He's zero money.
Nobody's giving him any money.
He's just got his own stacks. That's all.
Pete Buttigieg has the most pledged delegates and is still polling 9% and under Mikey B. And that just goes to show you the power of the almighty dollar here in the good old US of A.
Yeah, straight facts. But we'll go move on to this one. So we know that the debate happened last night. And
No, it didn't though, because on the internet it says it's happening the 22nd.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know. Everybody said it was supposed to be last night.
It did.
I know, you probably watched
It
it.
was in the news, yeah.
But I did not, because I thought it was supposed to be tomorrow. So this is right coming out of Nevada.
Yeah, this is coming out of Nevada. They apparently, I mean, everybody.
I mean, no,
did
I
pretty
seen
good.
this, but I just can't believe I didn't watch it because
I mean, it was just your average.
on the internet it said the 22nd one.
I also want you to know that today's the 20th and the 22nd is not tomorrow.
That would be in a couple days.
Sunday, which would be weird.
Still not right. Today's Thursday.
Saturday,
In a few days, then.
which would be weird.
Oh man, it's fine.
It's fine.
But regardless, whatever, I missed
Either
it. That's
way,
the point of it.
It happened, and you missed it.
But I know it
and
happened,
You
so-
didn't miss much. They were just arguing and shitting on each
Look,
other. That's all it really.
2020 Nevada Democratic Caucuses, Saturday, February 22nd, 2020.
happened. Which website is that?
This pops up, general Google. This will fuck me up. Last night I go, I'm alright, I'm gonna watch this freaking debate. And then I looked it up.
The
see what
election,
channel it was
general
on.
elections. So this is the debate before the election.
Oh, so, okay, wonderful. So,
You see,
so now the
So this
caucus
is-
election goes on.
that was their last opportunity to really have.
Fuck,
a
it was on TV and I
stage.
missed it?
It was
so
a
good.
stage
you
to
have
be
any
able
clips?
to talk to people in Nevada. I mean, we don't really need clips. I'm sure everybody's been seeing clips.
They were ripping on Mikey,
They were just
right?
ripping on
Yeah.
Mikey B.
I heard
And he
something
did
about
not defend himself very well. Warren was talking about how he calls women horrible things,
Yeah.
and she was not talking about Trump. You know,
Does he do that?
yeah, but there's like allegations, and one of his defenses to her saying like, listen, this guy has people suing him for abuse or whatever, and he's like I only have a few
Oh god.
No, he didn't say that.
silence disclosures
Oh,
or
God.
something like that. Like those
Yeah,
where
like
they
shut the fuck up, whatever,
shush you.
yeah.
I only have a few of those, he said.
Only a few, huh?
And then she's
God.
like, how many?
Yo.
Not a good defense. He did not
Molesting
perform
Mike?
well. But
Sorry, that was a big
molesting
bang.
Mike.
That's a
Oh my
good
god, you
one.
should send that to Trump.
Molesting Mike, bro.
You
He's
should
out there
literally-
just touching
You should
him.
literally tweet Trump at Trump. Check this out, molesting Mike.
At Trump. Great caucus
You
debate
could
by
use that.
Molester
It's
Mike.
yours.
Molester is even better. Molester Mike. Molester Mikey B, fat pockets, you know how he do. And he
Yeah.
just pays people hush money, baby.
But
Hush money, doll.
his performance in the debate is not going to hurt him. I mean, it'll probably hurt him a little bit, but it's
I
not
mean, I heard him a bit, but yeah, so we got it right here.
he
So
has enough money.
there's a whole bunch of people who poll shit, but average on the polls right now, so if you're listening at home, I'll read it off. Sanders, 28.6%. Biden still in second at 17.6%. Bloomberg popped his way up to third, and that's just from having money and just buying ad space and just doing what he's been doing, because everybody knows he's running. 15.9. Warren is at 12.3, so she's really been falling off. Buttigieg at 10.3. Klobuchar, Klobuchar, whatever the fuck her name is, 6.6%. Steyer, who bumped ahead of Tulsi, and Tulsi polling under 1%. So I don't even know how they let her go to the caucuses. I don't even think they do. I know the debates you need to poll over 4%. I think the caucus anyone could show up. So I think Tulsi will be out soon, and we're gonna see this thing wind up being just Sanders,
all these guys are
Biden,
gonna start
Bloomberg,
dropping out,
Warren,
yeah.
and Buttigieg. That's what it's gonna be. Klobuchar, we'll see if she hangs on. She's doing the best. But yeah, so Bloomberg made a run. He's in front of Elizabeth Warren now.
Yeah.
That's why Elizabeth Warren was more than happy to jump on Bernie's side and fucking shit all over him.
They shit on
Trying to get a drop in the polls, because she just wants to get herself on that main stage. In those last few, when everybody's dropped out, it's coming down to for real. She wants to be there. One of
Who
those
do you think will be in the top 3?
The top 3, I think it's going to end up being, it's going to be Bernie. It's going to be those 3
For
right
sure.
there, yeah.
Right.
So I think Warren, the 3 that are there now, Yeah, so I think Warren's going to drop out. Buttigieg is not going to be able to do it.
Oh, I think he is.
You think Buttigieg is going to creep his way up?
Yeah, because the thing is, even though Bernie can pay more and more ads, he'll get his name up there. He'll be up there, but then when it's all said and done, when he goes out to talk to the people, he's just gonna seem like too much of a villain.
Bloomberg, you're saying?
Bloomberg, yeah.
So you're saying Buttigieg might take out Bloomberg.
Buttigieg's gonna take him out.
So Alexio, you heard it here first. Alexio says it's gonna be Sanders, Biden, Buttigieg, top three. Sanders winning, obviously, and Trump winning the election.
Yeah, other than the gay thing,
I'm not
a bad thing.
I'm not endorsing anyone.
I know.
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that you don't mean it like.
No, I'm just saying that's our prediction here, I guess, at Today Millennium. We're not endorsing Trump.
Prediction.
We're not endorsing Trump, but our prediction is Sanders. You're saying Biden, Buttigieg. I'll go with that.
Hoping.
Sanders wins, and then Trump beats Sanders. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. I don't know. Listen, Bernie is kind of a little bit nutty, dude. He's socialist, and if it were up to him, the government would control everything. And that's a little scary.
Yeah.
You don't want the government controlling too much shit, you know. I have a big, like, we were just talking about, that's like the thing, like, the boomsticks, I'm always talking about it, the worst generation ever, like, they fucked everything up, because they got handed everything on a silver platter, and this is what they turned it into. The people who ran businesses in that boomer generation, they didn't raise wages, they raised prices, inflation never kept up, like, they just didn't do the right things with what they were handed after the Second World War. That's what I think is why the country is so fucked. Like, especially, like, with student loans, like once you get everything financial, like everything's like government aided, that's when they don't care what they charge. It's like same thing with healthcare. Like once everything had to be done onto the table and Medicare stepped in, that's when they were kind of like, okay, we'll charge whatever. This guy, because he has no insurance. That's the problem. That's why one good thing they're trying to put in for at least like, it's not Trump's like healthcare bill, but there is something they're trying to pass right now. It's just price transparency. Where like the hospital, like if it's $35 to get a fucking IV put in, it's $35. Like whether you have Blue Cross Blue Shield or you're paying out of pocket, it's $35. So at least you know, like okay, how much is it gonna cost me to get a heart surgery? It's $5,000. Okay, it's $5,000 regardless. No, it's probably $100.
How much do you think it costs?
I'm assuming like $50,000, something like that.
Heart surgery?
Yeah,
it's probably $50,000.
Like $80,000.
But that's because it's $80,000 on insurance. But if somebody had to pay out of pocket, they'd probably do it for $12,000 or something like that. So the surgeon would do it.
That sounds not so.
Because they're getting everybody else for 80, 90, and then they get people for no. It's not about being safe. The same doctor does it for 90 under insurance. If somebody just needs it done, they'll work a deal out and they'll probably do it for $20,000, and then it averages out to like $40,000 for heart surgery. It should just be $40,000 for heart surgery. You know what I mean? Instead of like, so that's like one idea that people put in. But
which is completely what he thinks happens, guys. It's not what actually happens.
What? Oh, I don't know.
Just described.
I don't know how much a heart. I have no idea how much a heart surgery is. My point is that transparency would be good, whereas the price is just the price. So everybody knows what the fuck they're paying for, and so at least you know what your insurance is covering. But like I've heard the conservative argument on healthcare. They want like this fucking. Have you ever heard this before? Like this pool idea. Where like basically you pay into your insurance, and if you're healthy, then your money just collects in a pool, and there's like extreme growth on it. There's gonna be growth in that pool, untaxed growth. Like, all right, so who's paying this? Like what banks are paying? Yeah, kind of like it's gonna be done like life insurance, right? And that's his like the idea at least, and it'll keep everything privatized, and then. What happens is if you something goes wrong, then whatever that they take from that pool. But I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, that is the problem. Like that's why people don't want to live in this country, because if you get a heart attack and you don't have enough money in your pool, then what, you just die? Like that's the stupidest thing.
I just love that you said that. I'm trying to tell them. Like you're having conversations with them.
Trying to tell them.
I love it. I don't think you realized it. It was funny to me.
What do you mean? No, well he's trying to say that my dad was trying to say that's a good idea. And I was trying to tell him that's a stupid.
Oh, you didn't say it was your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a conservative viewpoint. Yeah, it's a conservative viewpoint. Any conservative trying to say that one, I'm trying to tell him anyway.
He's like writing letters to conservatives.
I just
listen, man, I'm trying to tell you.
Fix your fucking healthcare policy. But yeah, like so that's fucking stupid. You can't do that.
Oh my god.
But those are just some of the ideas. But yeah, fuck Bernie, dude. He's gonna let the government take over. But if you see Biden's on the way down, Warren's on the way down on that graph. Bernie's soaring, and so is Bloomberg. Soaring.
Straight facts.
What's Booty doing?
Buttigieg
is on his way up. He's trending upwards.
He's on his way up. The thing is, like, Buttigieg is like for politicians and contributors and super PACs that are gonna give him money. He's kind of, the ideal politician. He's like really has nothing wrong with him. He doesn't say anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's
just blah.
He's just blah, yeah.
Just
Other than the
whatever,
gay
dude.
thing, which a lot of people won't get behind of in the middle of the country and in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else that's stands out about him. He's like pretty middle of the pack when it comes to liberals.
He's
not
hard right, fucking a hard left too a little bit, but they are.
He's not too far.
He's not too far
out there.
Because you got Bernie, who's like basically a socialist, and that's as far left as it goes. Yeah.
Another thing, everybody on the stage yesterday was just slamming Bernie on being a socialist, and communist, and
you
all this
can't
other shit.
vote in a president that's a fucking communist.
Yeah.
The guy goes to Russia for vacation, so that's why I'll never vote for Bernie Sanders. It's fucking weird, dude. He's a weird dude. He wants us to be like Mother Russia.
I don't think, it's not that extreme.
He's Russia.
But also, there's a lot of people, I mean, obviously, that are supporting, his ideas and what
Yeah, of course they are, because they want to change the fundamentals of the country because it's not working out for them. Every young person.
But you did bring up a good point that I kind of just wanted to talk about for a second. So you talked about how, boomsticks, right? Let's copyright that shit.
Boomsticks.
Ruined our country.
Ruined it.
But I feel like it's because they didn't know what the fuck to do.
They just got handed. It was too easy for them.
They just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it was too easy. Everybody came back from the war. We were the #1 superpower in the world. Everyone had money. The economy was so good. You could fucking shingle houses and buy a house at the same time.
Yeah, you could raise a family of 4 and buy a house.
One person's mechanic, one person's
person
cab driver, whatever. Whatever. And it worked like that in the 40s and the 50s. And then those kids that were born in that time, they just came up too easy. They were all handed their parents' businesses, or they went to school for $5,000, and then when they got out, they got a job for $8,000 a year. It's a big difference. Nobody's going to school right now for $100,000 and getting a job for double that, $200,000 right out of school. The ratios just aren't there. Yeah, but that doesn't work either because he's a $500,000 in the hole, so he would have to get out of school and make $1 million for the ratio to be right. So it's not. Yeah. These guys are making double a year out of school what their school was worth back then. It's a pretty easy ratio to make your money. If you just save half your money, you could pay it off in 1 year. That's why everybody was able to pay for it. And their parents were probably making $20,000, which was a lot of money, or $15,000 a year, and their school was only $5,000. So they could pay for it too. They could help them. Nowadays, I'm going to school. It's $40,000 a semester. My mom makes $40,000 a year, and when I get out of school, I'll be lucky if I make $40,000 a year. How am I going to ever pay for that if it's $40,000 a semester? So I just think they got handed this. It was so easy for them to make money, to get a job, to build a family. They didn't realize what they were doing by raising prices and not raising wages, straight up and down. Stuff is too expensive, and a lot of it's too far gone. A lot of it's you can't really get it back. It's gonna take innovative thinking, which is why, anybody who knows me as more of a conservative thinker hates the things that I say, because I'm always backing Andrew Yangs and weird people like that, because I think that's what it's gonna take, but just not Bernie Sanders. He's fucking Adolf Hitler. Just nice, and he's not gonna burn.
Did you back Andrew Yang?
Yeah, a little bit.
Shut the fuck up.
Maybe not on the podcast.
Maybe not on the podcast.
I always said Yang, bro.
At some point. Yeah, but that's just a tag.
He's in his room throwing up Yang sign. What do you mean, bro?
YG, what up?
How do you say Yang gang?
Yang gang, dog. That Yang gang.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I was endorsing him, bro. Because I knew he wouldn't win.
Man.
Let's all just get ready for another 4 years of Donald Trump and the Democratic Party trying to get him out of office. It's going to be a fun 4 years at the circus. The Game of Thrones begins.
It's definitely entertaining.
It's great.
Shall we move on?
What a time to be alive. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Shall we move on? We'll do
more stuff for opinions.
Yeah, one more opinion.
What do we got?
Oh God.
My opinion on watercolor pictures of surgery.
No, that's real.
So, this woman has a brain tumor in her head.
Is this Asian?
No, it's not Asian.
I will never do that again.
Sorry, that was super important.
He had coffee in his mouth.
We don't do any more videos that have Asian writing on it, because those motherfuckers will claim you in 2 seconds. That VR video from last week, they claimed us, people. Can you believe that?
I think we only get 3 of those too.
Claims before what?
Like copyright claims before they take down our page.
Well, let's not put that on. What if somebody doesn't like us?
I'm take it down. I'll fucking launch it.
Yeah.
We can get all 50 people to fucking swap back over. I'm not worried about it.
But Nick will trim this out or whatever he needs to do. I think you're only allowed to put like a certain part of the video up, right?
Yeah, they just let me trim it. They trimmed it down and then they posted it.
Well, neither here nor there. This lady has a brain tumor that is in the part of her head that controls her hands. And she's a violinist, professional performer, right? So the brain surgeon that's trying to take out this tumor, when you're doing brain surgery, the person who's getting operated on has to be awake, or else they don't really know whether or not they're chopping out the part of the brain that's going to keep you alive. So this guy maps out your brain, and he has her playing the violin while he's operating on her, in her side of her brain.
And her skull is open.
Her skull's open. He's operating on her.
And she, I play this shit.
And he just wants to make sure he doesn't cut the part that uses her hands, so that way she can continue doing her thing.
So what, if he cuts it and her hands stop moving, he knows he got it?
No, he'll poke it. And if her
her
hands start moving, then...
Alright, this looks like a fucking Rembrandt, so let's watch it. Yo, get the fuck out of here! She's not very good.
I mean, come on.
I mean, you're being operated. Oh, this is what she normally sounds like.
Wow, she's a little better without the
Without her brain hanging out of her head.
Yeah, with the cranium on top of her skull, she does a little bit better. Believe that or not.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Wow.
Nuts, right?
In my opinion, that was crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So do you think I would have to stay awake and just talk the entire time? Is this the only thing?
Yeah, he just has to. They usually like check on you, make sure you're still good. You're not allowed to be put under. You have basically just local anesthetics.
That's so crazy.
That's wild.
Wild.
I told you I was thinking of that part in Saw. I think it's like Saw 4 or something, where the guys like drill 4 holes in my head,
to relieve
cut
the pressure,
it to relieve the pressure, and I'm like, I mean, that was a movie.
Yeah.
This is just crazy.
Yeah.
Relieve the pressure.
Yeah, he had like a tumor in his head in that movie,
Yeah.
and they needed to open up the back of his head to relieve the swelling. Yeah.
Disgusting. I hope I don't need any brain surgery.
I hope so.
That's my fucking opinion on it. I hope my brain stays as is until I die. I don't need anybody's surgery on it. I don't want any tumors in it. I used to give you some good meds, but that's it. Brain tumors, I'm out of here. Don't fucking open me up.
Not interested.
No, I'm not interested in getting my head cut open.
No.
Not at all. That was a pretty cool video, though. I think we can get away. It's 37 seconds. I don't think they'll give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Most people don't give a shit.
Let's do a Florida man.
Wonderful. Yeah, the cup going down, guys, I'm not going to be able to affect, but I think I'm doing much better with
Maybe
the
we get him a coaster.
Oh, I have a coaster.
We have a coaster from our good friends at Sticker. What are they called?
Sticker Mule.
Stickerland.
Our good friends at, what the fuck are they called? Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule hooked us up with the stickers. They sent us the labels for the cups, and they're gonna, we were supposed to do a shout out. Ooh, mid-roll ad. Boom, you got a mid-roll ad. It's even more expensive. So send some more free stuff. But Sticker Mule, you go right on there. It was easy for us.
It was amazing.
We just put the logo that we had already, and they made it into a sticker.
They made it pretty.
Yeah, they cut it out. It was already ready to go like this. So, Sticker Mule, thanks. Thanks for Sticker Mule. Go ahead. What are you doing?
We'll be more enthusiastic when we get more free stuff.
I mean, I thought that was a good copy. I wrote it myself. They didn't even have to pay me. I thought that was good.
When we get some dough. So, Florida man tries to evade police by stripping off his clothes. Steaks fall out instead, and he gets tasered in the genitals. To the genitals.
So he tried to steal steaks.
Yeah.
Why?
Stealing steaks good. Good idea.
Okay, so...
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Authorities responded to a phone call Friday night notifying police that Stephen Short, a 28-year-old man from DeLand, Florida, was attempting to shoplift from a local grocery store in DeLand. Witnesses to the alleged shoplifting say that ribeye steaks were falling out of Short's pants, that's funny, Short's pants, as he defrocked himself in an attempt to escape. Those steaks, 4 packs, were worth about $41. Boom. So I mean, he took about $41 worth of steaks. Not the worst thing you can
Maybe he
steal.
started the carnivore
When police
diet.
arrived on the scene, they witnessed Short stripping naked and attempting to get away from the store on foot. Why? When it was clear that Short refused to stop, authorities deployed a taser and forced him to stop. He was later taken to a nearby hospital for treatment, as it was determined that one of the taser's prongs stuck him right in the balls, dude. That is terrible. It says genitals on the ad, just to not show any disrespect to whoever wrote it. The Blaze. The Blaze. So we're not far behind here today in Millenia from the rest of the political spectrum, because the Blaze is happily running articles about Florida men, just like we happily run articles about Florida men that have nothing to do with nothing. So I guess we're all either running out of news to talk about, or Florida's that interesting. But so thank you, the Blaze, for your article.
For sure.
Yeah, so Short is being held up, so it got him right in his nuts. And like I said, so the Blaze
Why do
were
you think
genitals.
he took off his pants?
I don't know why he took off his pants. Maybe the steaks were cold.
Oh, maybe he wanted to run faster.
Yeah.
Maybe the steaks were in
100%.
there. Maybe he couldn't get them out. He thought if he, because sometimes when people steal stuff, they change their mind. They think if they start throwing it down, that they're gonna get in less trouble.
Oh, kind of like those people that throw drugs out their car window.
Oh
when they're
my god.
Right. Well, that actually works because they have to stop and look at the drugs and know they're drugs, and then they wouldn't be able to get you. So by the time they get you, they'd have to run back, and that actually works. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But this doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you'd have to be in like a good car chase though. You're getting arrested for running from evading police. Like this is only if you throw a fucking brick into the water and one cop's following you. I mean, he'd have to be like, "Hey, throw it in the air, go and jump in the water. I'm still," he probably he's gonna get you.
Yeah.
No, I mean it just works. It makes sense. Makes sense to me. This doesn't make sense because I'm guessing what happened was he thought that, and or his stuff was cold. The steaks were cold, and he was like, I can't run like this. So he's just like, instead of taking the steaks out of his pants, he just decided to take his pants off because the steaks would come out with it. Kind of makes sense if you live in Florida. And then he ended up here getting tased in the balls.
they said that he's an avid shoplifter. Like he's just known.
Or he's a
to
professional.
shop. Yeah.
So I don't know why he took his pants
Well,
off.
not a professional, but just that he does it a lot at that store. So they're just like.
Yeah, if you're a
know, like-
professional, I feel like nobody would even know that you did it.
Yeah, that's very true.
It'd be like.
If you suck at it, people know.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. I'm just not really kidding, but a little kidding. But anyways, yeah, no, that's very true, right? You're not gonna be an avid one. I'm not an avid one. I know all the employees. We're boys, and and they don't know what happened. Self checkout. So, anyways, I'm gonna get told. Like, people in the show's gonna go up and they're like, "Dude, we knew it."
That local store by your house is gonna be like, I knew it.
Yeah, Walmart.
A little Nikki P.
That's right. Not a bad problem to have. So, yeah, Florida just keeps bringing the goods, man. I do like that he stole steaks. He wasn't on meth. Seemed like a black guy. Black guys usually don't do meth. That's a white person thing. So,
Yeah.
we got a little bit different stuff, but nonetheless, just insane coming out of Florida. Regular. He's a regular shoplifter. Professional.
So funny.
All right.
We had one more Florida man.
Oh, yeah.
And this one's
this one's
short.
Florida action.
This
Florida
one's short but disturbing.
Super weird.
Florida man stored jars of preserved human tongues in his crawl space. What? In Gainesville, Florida, go Gators, a routine crawl space inspection turned up jars of preserved human tongues that date back to the 1960s. Police are currently investigating whether the tongues were related to research conducted by the home's previous owner, Ronald A. Bauman, a University of Florida professor emeritus, whose work focused on oral medicine and surgery. Well, I mean, they're not that sure. What the fuck led you to that conclusion? Local police, you fucking assholes. So it ended up being not that weird, but it is weird that they're in there. But I guess what they're saying is the guy that lived there before was a professor of oral surgery at the University of Florida in Gainesville, so it kind of makes sense that he has preserved tongues in his basement.
Does that make sense? Because you should not have that.
If you
regardless
study tongues,
if that's your job.
Yeah,
He has it in the cross, not in his basement.
Don't get me wrong.
In his
If you're a
crawl
mechanic,
space.
you probably shouldn't have a crawl space full of tires and wrenches. They should be in your shop or your garage.
Tires and wrenches,
Completely different.
not the same. As
Supplies.
Maybe
It's supplies for your craft.
No.
Nonetheless, supplies for
No,
your
no,
craft.
no, no.
Nonetheless, capital.
If
working
the crawl
capital.
space, if the crawl space was full of, maybe like those like drills that they use in the teeth, or like those scraping thingies.
Listen, Bob. Working capital is working
Not
capital.
actual tongues.
Actual tongues is working capital.
That would be if a mechanic had his customers in his car.
No, it wouldn't. It's a good joke, but no, it wouldn't. No, it's not. It's as if a mechanic had like his supplies, his working capital, like his inspection machine down there.
But okay, inspection machine. Oral surgeon needs a machine. This is a tongue.
Scalpels? They maybe have scalpels down there?
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Along with tongues. But the story wouldn't be too great if it said scalpels and tongues. It was better if it's tongues.
Just tongues.
I don't know. It makes sense to me. If it makes sense to you at home, then you're smart. If it doesn't, then you're not. It's all good.
I read another article about this, though, just so you know, it's tongues and thyroid tissues. So it was all of that.
All of it together.
Because he's trying to fix thyroid issues, obviously. Clearly.
Obviously.
Clearly.
Eating that shit.
He's eating tongues.
Oh.
Which tongues? I could see it being appetizing cooked on a grill.
Have you ever had cow tongue?
No, but I can see it being looking appetizing.
You should
I'll
have.
bring you a cat tongue.
Yeah, we can do cow tongue one day. Is it good? It's be cooked,
I've never
grilled,
eaten
right?
it, but my father will cook it.
He grills it up and shit.
I don't
He just
not
made
grill,
one, some
inside
hot
the
sauce.
house.
Inside the house.
In
she
the house,
said.
on the stove.
I don't know how he cooks it, but it's in the house, not out.
You definitely cook it whole, right? And then you bring it out whole.
I don't know.
What kind of oven do you use? Oven, grill, stove? It's inside the house.
It's an inside the house.
It's an inside the house cooker.
Not the grill outside. That's
Well,
just so touching.
Is that the broiler, the microwave, the stove top? It's the inside the house cooker. Okay? It's not the outside cooker. I use my inside cooker for my tongues and my outside cooker for my thighs. Obviously, you idiot. So if you're cooking cow tongues at home, use your inside cooker. Even though I think it would be more appetizing on your outside
It's
cooker.
fine. Get it all out. I'll be laughing in a minute.
All right, good. I'll be fine. I know what it is. I think I'll be fine. Is that what we're on to next?
I don't know.
Yes.
We're after cow tongues in Florida.
After cow tongues in Florida, we're going
This is just
Beanies
banner content today. We really brought you some knowledge. We're really we're sorry guys, but sometimes it's good to have some fun.
I'll be back.
We're supposed to be helping you navigate this
The
dark
world.
and crazy times we live in, but honestly, sometimes laughing at tongues and how you cook them is just the best way to go about that. What's new with you, buddy? Oh, so Maheen's going to get her Beanie's Corner. I'm
He's
guessing.
gonna get Beanie's Corner, which
Beanie's
is obviously
Corner.
gonna be
Some kind of eating challenge, I'm assuming. So I'm getting ready for
and
it.
I hope it's just something very delicious that's not gonna hurt me.
I think it's the
But
noodles
it's
that you
probably
got
gonna
fucked
hurt
up
me,
with
yeah.
last time. The noodles, did they come in a package? Plastic
Yes.
package?
I don't know actually, but I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. Anything in a plastic package, you can't fuck with me, dog. Come on now.
I don't know. We'll see.
So Alexio had these. You had these, right?
I've had it once before,
These are bad, right?
and it kept me up all night. I had to go to the bathroom.
Did it
3
burn
times.
your butthole?
Yes.
Oh, it's one of
It
those.
hurt on the way out.
Dude, we ate like peppers one time. Oh my god, Chuck, I touched my fucking Johnson. Like, so I
Whoa.
touched the peppers and then touched my shit. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Such a bad idea.
So bad. And like, so if you're ever touching, eating hot peppers, hot shit, don't touch your dick. Make sure you clean your hands. I'm not a big hand cleaner, so I also ended up, so I also ended up, like, when I was shitting the next day, it, like, burned. Like, it was burning, like, on your fingers, like, on my dick. Like, if you touch your eyes, that's how it hurts. That's what my ass felt like, so. That's a little story for you, if you
wanted to
were
know that.
interested in what happened to my ass after I ate a bunch of peppers. Now you know.
Yeah. Last time this happened, I was contemplating putting an ice cube on my asshole. That's how bad that was coming out. I was just like, I feel like putting an ice cube.
What? Like hitting like
around my ass. Just kind of like a...
And we all know this at home too.
Yeah.
A taint tanner position basically is what you were thinking.
Yeah,
Everybody
I was
can
thinking
picture that immediately at home. They're
For
like,
sure.
oh, we know taint tanning position, obviously. And then just laying a nice like
And then just like, kind of like a chapstick, but an ice cube.
and just kind of wrapping it around.
Yeah,
It probably would have felt good in general. That's what they
Oh
say
my
about your butt.
gosh.
I stay away from that stuff just because it does. You know, I was born in '92, so I still say shit's gay. You know, so I stay away from that stuff.
No
That butt
homo.
stuff. No
Yeah.
homo. But I did have something I wanted to bring up. So me and Maheen have been talking about this for a long time. So I think we're gonna do a little Snapchat event. All three of us.
Okay.
You guys will have the footy. Maheen will have the camera out, and we're gonna go to a shoe store, pay less, or DSW, somewhere where I don't have to spend a lot of money, and I am going to choose my weaponry for this here heel race. So we're gonna get some size 13 heel knockers on. We're gonna come up with a size that we think is fair. We have 4 inches, 5 inches.
Who are you racing against?
Maheen. Because Maheen believes that she can beat me in a foot race wearing heels. Both of us
What's
want to
the
be wearing
distance?
heels. 40 yards.
Okay, that's not bad.
She can do that, right?
Yeah.
At 40 yards, she can make 40. She was a little nervous, but I think at 40 yards would be good because if we have good times, we can compare it to an average 40.
Yeah,
so I
for
thought
sure.
that would be funny. So, so if you're still listening this far, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm just kidding. But if you are still listening, this is what we're gonna try and do. So we're gonna film it all on Snap. We're gonna go. I'm gonna pick my weaponry. I'm gonna get my shoes. I'm gonna get the winners. And when I pick the winners, you'll know them. We'll all know them when we see them. And I'm gonna strap them bitches on. And me and Maheen are gonna go down to a track in high school, 40 yards on camera, on clock. Alexio's got it all. And I wish he had a tripod. That would be cool because then he could just set that up and just use the clock to make his life easier. But whatever, he doesn't have one. And then we will, and then we'll just, we'll film the race. We'll put it all on Snapchat and Instagram story, and then the following episode you'll be able to know who the victor was.
Oh my god.
And look at that, right on cue. There's Maheen. All right, so she's got 2 orange bowls. I don't know where her third bowl is. Where's your third bowl?
I got 2 bowls.
This shit looks.
Is G coming?
She's gonna come eat.
She's just gonna come watch.
Okay. So Maheen's coming in with the bowl. Alexio's girlfriend's coming in to watch us eat this shit.
She said she wants to. It'll be funny to watch us in pain.
If you want to see,
This looks dark, by the way.
yeah, this
It
looks
looks
dark and red.
It's like a dark
Hopefully,
red
I don't know
type
if you could
sauce.
see, but yeah, it's like this dark red. It's basically ramen noodles. You coming in? You can sit right there.
Close the door,
You
man.
won't be on the camera if that's what you're nervous about.
I
Or you can
also
pull the chair here if you
will
want.
say, They are all identical. They're all the same.
Hi G,
but
how are you? I was trying to wave to you. You were
Good.
very focused
Oh,
on
really?
your
Oh,
computer.
can't
Yeah,
hear
She
anything.
comes right here.
did me out like twice. And I'm like, this is weird. The phone was just. Why does yours not look as red?
I knew you were gonna say that
Look
shit.
at the
We
fork,
can trade if you
by
like.
the way.
Look at the fork.
It looks.
All right, no, I'll be all right. Where's my
Oh
water?
God.
Where's the water?
Where is water?
Right
there.
there, right next to G.
G, do you mind?
There's no water around.
She wants to see this get there. All right, I'll do it that way.
So it's a
Oh, he
5-minute
started.
challenge.
He started.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess
let's
it started now.
Wow.
Let's go. 5-minute challenge. Finish this in 5 minutes.
Wait, this is a 5-minute challenge?
We're
Yeah.
supposed to finish this in under 5 minutes.
That sounds entertaining.
I can smell it
I
from
know.
Oh
here.
my
I'm
goodness.
nervous about this first bite.
Oh,
This is
But
not
I'm
going to be
salivating.
entertaining.
I'm more nervous about tonight.
Oh my god, you alright there, bub?
Oh my god.
Alexia can't hang.
Alexio's not a hot guy.
I'm just,
This shit is a little bit worse than the wings, though, I will tell you that.
this is
Oh, it's gonna
so
get
bad.
So what is this so that people at home can buy
So
it?
this is Korean chicken spicy ramen. It's halal for my Muslim friends.
Oh
But
my god, it's getting
the
worse.
label says it's twice as hot as the hottest. It's getting to me.
Is what?
Twice as hot as the hottest Korean ramen.
It's good.
It is tasty.
Oh my gosh. My mouth's on fire.
He's got like a punk ass version of it.
No, they're all identical.
but I have more juice in
Do you
mine.
want to trade?
Nah. Drink the juice, then I'll be impressed.
Oh my goodness.
5 minutes? How many minutes are we into this?
2.
Alright, I think I can do it.
I can't.
You finished it last time.
Did I? This seems worse.
It seems worse this time.
Yeah.
So, anything else new while we're going through eating it? We were just talking about the running challenge.
What about our questions? We had a couple of questions.
Oh, right. What was the next question?
Next question was, if you could go back into the future,
Back into the Future, like the movie.
travel back in time 10 years with current knowledge and start over, or take 10 million now.
10
I'd
million
take
now.
10 million now.
I'll take 10 million down now, no problem.
Yeah, it'd just be easier for you, you think? It's more of a guarantee. 10 million's a lot of money.
10 million is a lot of money.
If I'm thinking 10 years, what would it be, 2010? I'll just wait it out. I'll buy Bitcoin and next to nothing and turn it to 200 million. I think, because that's what I was thinking. 20 years, I would have took it easy. No, 10 years Bitcoin. 20 years, I would have got in on Facebook or something. So, yeah, I think I'll always take that. Because stuff's always popping that'll make you more than 10 million.
Man, I'm trying to. Fuck my mouth.
What do you mean
I'm
then I
trying
get
to
a fresh
think
10 years? by the time I catch up to you, so this is what I'm picturing, right? So you two take the 10 million, right?
Yeah.
I go back 10 years, buy my Bitcoin in college from that kid like I should have done back in 2010 the first time. And 10 years from then, I'll have already sold that coin, invested in something else. I'll be big time on CNBC and you'll be just getting handed your 10 million.
Yeah, but I'll take 10 million, and the difference between my life with 200 million and 10 million is, I feel like it won't be that much.
No, I just think it's be fun to go back in time and change how your life turns out, you know?
I like my life.
I can't breathe.
2010, I invented a bunch of songs. You know how good my memory is.
Oh,
I remember every word, every song, and I could copy people the way they sound sometimes. So I would just start making.
Twisting like a
Be like, oh my god, this guy's so good. And the next second, I'm making Bieber songs and shit.
It's just everything. There's a movie like that. The day, what's it called? The day
About the
after
Beatles.
yesterday or something.
Yeah, the Beatles disappear. And the guy figures out how to do it.
Every
Yeah.
song with the Beatles.
Speaking of movies, I saw this movie, The Pianist. Have you ever seen it before with Adrian Brody? Old movie.
Adrian Brody's penis.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Adrian Brody's Penis? No, Adrian Brody. He won an Academy Award. The movie won 2 Academy Awards. 3. One for actor, movie, and screenwriter. And
We have like 1 minute left.
1 minute. This is just a lot of noodles.
Oh my god. My lips burn so much.
What's the mess I'm making that's costing me more time? And the fact that my tooth is a little fucked up.
This
If
is
you
gonna
look at,
hurt
if
in
you
an
guys
hour.
are able to, I wish you could see this. There's like little red dots.
I
in
took it
the
over there to
sauce.
show 'em. I'm almost
It looks
done.
like blood
It's
almost.
just taking me some time to scoop.
This,
The longer it sets in,
So we got 1 minute and we're gonna see who the winner is. I think I won.
oh fuck. Bigger mouth.
Honestly, I like
too
it.
much. It's just too much.
My nose is leaking.
I would eat this alone. I mean, everybody knows you can't get the last few ramens. It's the hardest. But you get the point.
I can't.
You get the point,
We
people.
ran out of time anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the champion. Whew. Sweating a little bit. That was
You
good.
barely flinched.
That was good. I liked it.
His face is glistening.
Oh, I'm sweating. It's hot.
I'm
No doubt about
sweating
it.
too, yeah.
It's just about how you handle it. It's heat for everybody, but it's just about how you handle it.
I'm not handling it well.
It had a good taste.
You know what? I kind of want to finish it.
So Maheen's gonna finish it. I'm obviously the victor.
Here we go, baby.
G's gonna finish Alexio because he's a vagine.
He's
So
tagging
much
her.
left.
You tagged it.
He's a vagine. So do we have South Carolina coming up before the next episode?
Good question.
We may or may not, but geez, that was hot. Maheen's gonna finish.
And I haven't drank a sip of water.
We'll get you guys your merch. We'll figure out addresses and stuff. It's catching up to me. It's bad now.
Mm-mm.
There's so much water in this.
Oh, it's not good.
You guys got it easy.
It was easier to
What
eat.
am I looking
It's
up?
harder to
I
chill.
can't think. I can't think.
Forget it. We'll figure it out and we'll talk about it next week. Thanks for joining, guys. Do you have anything else?
No.
Hope you guys have an amazing
Subscribe,
week.
share.
Subscribe, share, like. He's not doing well. None of us are doing great. I'm obviously doing the best, but not great either. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.